if this isn't a first world problem, nothing is. Except it is a bit of a redneck, or at least a nerdy redneck solution. It may not be obvious what we got here, but I have a problem to overcome, and here it is. Back a long time ago, they published the Star Wars trilogy in laserdisc, the big 12-inch shiny discs. The problem is, these 3 discs actually represent the whole movie, and with a maximum of half an hour on each side. So it's kind of obnoxious to have to come out and flip over the discs or switch them out mid-movie, and you don't usually want to get up. And in this day and age, there's the remotes. You see, one thing you can do is just put a disc in each player. And I have 3 here, just like there are 3 discs. And that's really what this is about. In fact, but there is a problem. I've got 3 players, 3 discs. You'd think that would be just fine. There is a problem. When I go down here and push the power, they all come on. Sounds great. And if I hit eject, they all eject. Well, and if I hit play, they all load up and play. So I can't really control them individually. That's a problem. Likewise, most receivers don't really have enough inputs to handle all that. Well, that's where this comes into play. In here, this is a device, it's not quite part of the solution. It's part of it. This takes your usual ancient NTSC signal, like what comes out of these players, and turns it into an HDMI. It's like a $10 item, kind of useful. If I have one of those for each Laserdisc player, I can plug those into the HDMI ports on the side here. I've got 5 ports in this unit, in this switch. And there's a bunch of buttons here that if you push them, you can make them, that one's particularly stubborn, but they're all there. You can change which port goes to which. Now I've gone to the trouble to go in and take where all the lights were and pull the lights out, basically, so that they are now attached to these little, it's just an LED on the end of the wire with a plug. So I can put them wherever I want. With an extension cable, I can put the light anywhere I want. Now, normally you would control it with a remote, and that's what this one is for. And that's where, like, I can push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what the LEDs do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can put the LEDs next to the device that's being accessed. So it's easy from the couch to tell what device I am viewing. Now here's where the twist is. I have these little modules. These have electronic comparators, very basic chips in them, really, that measure the voltage coming out for where the lights are. And if the lights are on, they throw the relay on, and if the lights are off, they throw the relay off. And basically, I have, like right now, I'm on 3. I need to go, let's just say I go on 2, which is the middle one. You can see that it also flashes. If I go to 1, this one, if I go to 1, there we go. 1 gets the input, but not 2 and 3. 2, that's 4. 2, and then only 2 gets it. And 3, only 3 gets it. That's going to allow me to send my signal to 1 each, whichever one I choose, and not the other. So I'll have selective control over which device I'm viewing. So what I'm viewing and what I'm controlling move together using this setup. That's all dandy. Seems to be working great. Very happy with it. But there is a small problem. I can switch them all very nicely just by pushing the different keys. Great, wonderful. I did come up with a problem. I do have a solution. If I hit the various keys, I need to put it on one I can view. If I hit keys on the remote for the laserdisc player, it does make it through, as it should. It should do fine. There is a problem though. And for a stupid reason, if I hit play, unfortunately, some of the keys, these ones to be particular, change the mode that's in there. If I hit play, it changes modes. It's not supposed to do that. It's such cheap Chinese junk when it comes to poorly engineered switch. They don't take into account the fact that other designs may have different signals that apparently are similar enough that that switch thinks that it's getting input. However, I have a fix. I'll just separate the receivers for the receiver that controls this thing from the receiver that everything else gets. And so that won't be a problem. So anyway, now I can watch all 3 discs, the whole film, and not even have to get up to switch a player or switch a disc. You just do it all from the seat. Something laser disc fans haven't been able to do much of until this kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.